Attack of the Clones!
Attack of the Clones.
Is that better than Phantom Menace? I don't know.
Just how the Star Wars movie is called Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What to
Daniel,
say?
what do you rate Attack of the Clones?
So Revenge of the Sith. I've given Phantom Menace 2 stars, so I think now I have to probably give it
drop it.
1.5.
1.5?
To Attack of the Clones, because it is noticeably worse.
I'd agree. 1.5 I think, yeah. That's what I said down. Loses an entire star.
I'm actually going to be really ruthless on this one. Give it 1 star.
1 star.
Because they should have learned from...
it should be better.
Yeah, that half a star is deducted just because they already had the feedback from the audience, and then, we'll get into Anakin in a bit, but,
Well, we get Anakin now. That's
okay.
Yeah, Hayden Christensen is terrible.
Yes.
Well,
yeah, we're just diving straight in.
I'm sure Hayden Christensen's a nice guy.
Yeah, I'm
sure he is.
His performance is just a bit... Although, again, it's really... I mean, maybe he's not the best actor, and his voice is a little whiny, but...
He's not given any favours.
No, the writing is not good. Direction is not good.
Way worse than his performance.
I would hate to get a love letter from Lucas. I would hate to. It's like, I am truly, deeply in love with you. You're like, nobody ever says
I don't like
that.
ink.
The creepiest bit for me in that movie is when... It's not the when he meets up with Padme at the beginning is a little awkward. Where he goes like, "You're even more beautiful than I imagine," and he goes, "For a senator, I mean." And I'm like, "You're just digging yourself an even bigger hole here." And then he says, then there's a later scene where he's like staring at her, and she goes, "Please don't look at me that way." And he goes, "Why not?"
I know.
And who decided? You can't help but feel sorry for Hayden Christensen.
No.
It's like, you had to say that.
Yeah, like where do you go from there in a career? But the worst bit is after that when she says, "It makes me feel uncomfortable," and then he looks over his shoulder. He's like, "Sorry, my lady," and he's got that weird
It's like he's going to kill her. It's like
clear up. I don't think he covers himself in any glory. But
someone should re-edit the Star Wars into a trailer.
So it's a horror film. Yeah.
So he's like, it's so obvious that he's Darth Vader, but everyone's just so fucking stupid. And they're like, what do you mean it's terrible training this guy to use force powers that can literally choke someone to death from a distance? I
know.
It's so obvious that he's a bad guy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Talking about obvious bad guys, I'm sure we'll touch on that a little later.
Oh yeah. Episode 3 definitely.
But also, episode 2, Count Dooku. I mean,
he was kind of horseshoed in, wasn't he?
Yeah, I like Christopher Lee a lot.
Yeah,
shoehorned in.
Oh yeah, he was
horseshoed in.
Horseshoed in. We're just going to use that expression and hope for the best.
Shoehorned?
Yeah, shoehorned in.
What did you say?
He said horseshoe.
Oh right.
Well,
because you shoehorn your way into a shoe,
but you horseshoe your way into
nothing. But yeah, Count Dooku is not a great.
He's not. Again, he's just not given that much depth.
Christopher Lee.
Awesome.
Awesome. But
I think the only reason that bad guy's memorable at all is because of Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he can make anything evil.
Good. Yeah. I like the power that he gave the role, but he wasn't given a lot of material. And also the fight scenes with him.
Last fight scene.
Yeah. It's so... What happened?
I don't know. They went from Jewel of Fates to whatever the fuck that was.
Where was John Williams on that one?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Okay, that's the only mark against John Williams. Where was that?
I know.
Because it just goes like... If you listen to the music in that bit, it's just like...
I know,
That's pretty much all you get.
I mean, it's really like when Obi-Wan and Anakin come in.
Yeah.
Spoilers. It's kind of over pretty quickly. Yeah, like there's a bit with Anakin with the 2 lightsabers, and I was like, which is a bit better. And then it's like this big reveal. You've never seen, right? You have never seen Yoda fight ever.
Yeah. Like through all of the originals,
and it's like he shows up, and you're like, holy shit! Yeah. Yoda is about to fight.
Yoda's about to throw.
This is like the big moment.
So
because it's like it shouldn't be that way. It's like they were, holding bait in front of us, and then just at the last second they just throw it away.
Yeah.
Because it's just like he starts flipping around. Like, you shouldn't even need to use a lightsaber.
Yeah, really. People have said that, but...
Go.
No, you can.
Right, I was just going to say on that, right, because they throw in a little curveball where they're like, well, we won't just get into fight with lightsabers, let's get into fight using the Force, right? That's boring, okay? So no one wants to see pipes getting thrown at Yoda and then he throws them away. Get your lightsaber
It's so slow as well, like, he doesn't even try to hide it, it's like, reaches, like, he's not even covering his attacks, he's just like, I'm going to pull this pipe towards you, and you're just like, no.
Yeah,
and stops
and it keeps going. He throws more things.
He throws one pipe, Yoda swats that away. He throws another one, he swats it away. He brings down some rocks. He gets them away, and then he's like, I'm out of options now. Yeah.
What was the point in all that?
But I hate the line that Christopher Lee says, where it's like, it's obvious that our
it's obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of the Force.
But by our skills with a lightsaber. And you're like, well, if you're such a powerful Jedi, you shouldn't even need to, but okay, let's see this through.
I thought lightsaber fights, the reason they look like the way they do is because it's supposed to be like a balance of like lightsaber and Force. Yeah. Because like, the way it looks to me is like, the minute someone concentrates more on their lightsaber than their Force use, then they're vulnerable to a Force attack. Yeah. But the minute you're concentrating more on the Force than your lightsaber, then you get hit by a lightsaber.
Okay,
that's how it looks to me.
Like jumping back to when Obi-Wan Kenobi's like just giving it Yaldi against.
Because again, there's no because they're using the Force to do those flips. Because otherwise, they're like the most fit beings on Earth.
Yeah, no,
in the galaxy. Yeah. Because like no one can jump that high in those fights.
Yoda can't even walk. Like,
there's a walk still. Also, what is it when he's doing like the flips and the thing, and he does that like scream?
I know.
He goes.
No, it's the worst fight. I think it's the worst fight in like the entire.
We kind of jumped straight from Attack of Clones to the fight at the end. So
but before that, he does that fight. Hang on, because I also want to get this out of the way.
Right,
but that fight is also like it's like a queue of people just getting mowed down by Dooku. Like first Obi-Wan, and he just like does a shit fight with him, and then like slashes.
Obi-Wan gets done.
Then Anakin comes along. He's like, and he has a really terrible line.
I'm a slow learner.
Yeah. I was like, is that supposed to be
okay?
That's terrible. That should be fixed. And then he gets the two lightsabers, and he has them for like 5 seconds, and then he loses one. And then, instead of like, again, an awesome fight, they go off into like a corner, he cuts the lights.
And it's a light show.
Yeah, then it does like close-ups of their faces. Just lights going across their face. And I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at?
I know, yeah.
This is not a fight. This is just someone with glow sticks.
Yeah.
It's taking apart.
No.
Also, it annoys me at the end when Count Dooku and Yoda, they fight, and they say some terrible dialogue, and then Count Dooku goes, "This is just the beginning," and then he like pulls that like big tower down.
Yeah.
And Yoda has to like stop to try and grab it before it crushes.
Yeah.
But he lifted an X-wing out of the swamp like nothing in Empire. Yeah. And that was when he was even older and like even like shittier.
So you wouldn't say
it's more focused then because there's no pressure.
I mean, I guess, but couldn't he have just gone like to like throw it against the wall?
Yeah.
He didn't need to stop it first, then levitate it further up and then move it out of the way. He could have just thrown it into the wall.
My dig with that bit is not that it takes so much to hold it, but the fact that he could use the Force to bring back the ship. I think that, like, he's already proven that he can take back a ship.
If he grabs hold of it, he could have just thrown it into Count Dooku's ship. Yeah. But anyway, before all that, we like jumped right to the end.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. Which is worth getting that out there.
Yeah. There's not
much else
that's better.
I mean, we can go on to another dig. The relationship between Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Right.
Oh yeah, well that's the kind of thing because all of like the great adventures they refer to can happen all off screen.
Yeah, and you're always wondering like, well, why couldn't I have like a film about it?
In every single movie, he's always just like, "Oh, Anakin, remember that time?"
It's like that bullshit friend you have. Like, can I actually be there one of the times?
And he's like, "Oh, master, that wasn't my fault." And he's like, "Oh, it was." Yeah. And then you just never see any of it. And then they're like, "Okay, Anakin, now let's have 10 more minutes of screen time. Then we'll never see each other until the end of the movie." And it's like, cool. Like you just don't see any of it. Also, I don't like Ewan McGregor's hair in that one.
Yeah, no,
it's not great.
I mean, it's better than the first.
Yeah, the beard is good, but I thought the mullet was a mistake.
It was kind of a mistake.
That was where he was as a Jedi,
Rowan. He wasn't powerful enough.
Yeah. The romance.
It was so forced.
Like the relationship with Obi-Wan and Anakin, I don't have much of a problem with. But on the topic of relationships,
of it,
there's. Yeah, that Padme, like, who cares? Who cares?
It was like around about half an hour of just watching him try to get out of a friend zone, whilst she's wearing more provocative clothing in each scene. You're like,
also,
well...
Actually, going back to Phantom Menace, what the fuck is with the Queen Amidala costume?
I don't know.
I know.
They're ridiculous. Like, she can barely move in any of them. She's always like stuck to that chair because the weight of her costume is like tying her.
Shout Keira Knightley.
Oh yeah, in the first one, who was the double,
yeah.
And she does not give a good performance in that movie.
No,
I didn't really notice.
Although Natalie Portman in any of the others doesn't get. Again, she's proven she's a brilliant actress.
Yeah.
She's in Black Swan and all that kind of stuff. She's proven how good she is.
Well,
but
it wasn't the start, I guess.
Yeah, I mean. But she was good before that. I mean,
maybe it's just George Lucas off screen, just like
shaft in her career.
Yeah, just like mentally undressing her that maybe like made her like a bit less.
Maybe she accidentally killed his cat or something, and then he's like, "I'm going to ruin your career."
I know. I think, yeah.
But it's just the dialogue and the fact that she just doesn't have chemistry with Hayden Christensen.
No,
I'm haunted by the kiss. You should never have given me.
And she's like,
it's really. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
it's really not a nice relationship.
It's like you've got a bad taste in your mouth. You're like,
yeah, I know.
You kind of feel like it should. This is going to be a weird sentence, but it should be an abusive relationship.
With what he turns into.
Just like the mentality and just like, it's just so uncomfortable whenever they're together that you think, I feel like one of them's hitting the other.
Yeah.
But you just don't see it.
I think it should be interesting.
It could have been done in such a way where it was actually good, where it instead of it being abusive, it was like he would do anything
just
to like ensure like that she was safe or whatever.
Yeah.
And like that could have worked, but just the way in which they did it's like he will do anything to peer through her window at night instead. That's the kind of feeling I got,
He's kind of waiting at her bedroom door going, sleep. Yeah. Although, do you know what someone actually suggested in like another what they would do if it like differently kind of thing? If they actually had it as like a revelation, like if you had them kind of flirting banter with each other, and then in like the Revenge of the Sith, he like blurts it out like, Padme's my wife, and everyone goes, "What?"
Yeah,
like they'd been married all the time, but you didn't actually know.
Oh, well, that would be good.
I thought that could have been a different relation because you would circumvent all the terrible scenes where they're together.
Yeah.
Anything to get rid of those.
That's
a good decision.
But also, I have an interesting because who do you think would have made it better? Like of the time. Who do you think would have been better than Hayden Christensen?
Leonardo DiCaprio was actually
he was
going to
approach
go for it.
Was he?
Yeah, to be.
So when
Anakin
would that
Skywalker.
have been? Early 2000s.
That would have been Gangs of New York time because he took Gangs of New York over it.
Oh, did he?
But Leonardo DiCaprio wouldn't be where he is, I don't think, if he went for those films.
Gangs of New York started his collaboration with Martin Scorsese.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Maybe without that, you wouldn't have had. No, my phone's going off. You wouldn't have had Wolf of Wall Street. And I think
exactly.
I don't want to live in a world
without Martin Scorsese The Departed.
Yeah. And Shutter Island and Wolf of Wall Street as well.
So I'm perfectly happy then with DiCaprio not doing that. But you've got to think that he would have probably done a better job.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he's just such a good actor that I feel like he would have. And also because DiCaprio was like ahead of Titanic and Romeo and Juliet and other kind of. He was such a popular actor.
Yeah.
That I feel like he would have had the balls to go up to George Lucas and say, can I rewrite some of this dialogue myself?
And he'd tackled love stories before.
Yeah.
And like, you'd have to say pretty well. I mean,
I'm not like, a massive fan of it, but like, Titanic, he did pretty well.
It's a believable romance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He was Romeo.
Romeo and
Juliet, which is the love story.
Yeah, one of the greatest love stories.
Although I think that movie's terrible.
I've never really.
It's not the best.
Yeah, it's not very good. But what was it? Oh yeah, but did I tell you? I think I told you this, but like Charlie Hunnam was up for Anakin when they were casting.
Right now, when I tell people about this, I can't remember if Hayden Christensen auditioned to be Pete in Green Street, or if Charlie Hunnam auditioned to be Anakin in Star Wars. I think I've been telling people the wrong one. I think I've been saying that Hayden Christensen was going to be in Green Street.
Hayden Christensen in Green Street.
Don't even.
I was haunted by the punch that you have given me.
Not him trying to do a British accent.
Oh man, I don't even want to think about it.
Do you?
So Green Street was around about
call that a fight? That would have been. I actually want to see that.
No, I don't want to see that at all.
Amazing.
Right.
No, so Charlie Hunnam.
That was just pre-Green Street, was it? What was Green Street? 2004.
I think so. Yeah, and that Attack of the Clones was 2002.
Yeah.
But okay. I feel like again terrible dialogue. And the direction's not great, but I feel like Charlie Hunnam has enough charisma that he maybe would have elevated it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the person I feel would have made the perfect like pre-Darth Vader Anakin is Armie Hammer.
No.
Have you seen Social Network?
Yes.
The twins.
Right. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Well, because. Well, I saw him recently. He was in The Lone Ranger, but he was also.
Oh yeah, I know. He's in The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah, he's in that as well.
Oh, is he?
He's the Russian guy.
Yeah.
Right,
but
I know who.
The reason I think he'd be a great Darth Vader is because Armie Hammer is a good-looking man. Like he'd get the ladies' vote. So
I've also got the coolest name
he does.
ever heard in my life.
Yeah, but he's really cool. But also, the guy's about 6'5".
Yeah,
he's huge.
Yeah,
which is about the same height as David Prowse was when he played Darth Vader.
Right? Yeah.
And also, Armie Hammer has quite a deep, cool voice. So I think, because again, I always feel like the changeover in voice between Hayden Christensen's, well, from my point of view, the Jedi are evil, to the don't make me destroy.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a leap kind of thing. But Armie Hammer, I think, because he has that kind of deeper voice, but he still kind of has the uppity, nice guy attitude.
Yeah,
I think he would have made a really good Anakin.
Yeah, I can see that.
He has enough charisma.
He can show that he's got demons. Yeah.
Although you don't know what we're talking about. You don't know who we're talking about.
Well,
no,
he knows the actor. He knows the actor. I don't think...
But that would have been my choice if I was the casting director at Lucasfilm at the time.
Yeah. I don't think there's really anything else that I've really got on Attack of the Clones. I mean, for me, it's the worst of...
Yeah,
also,
I think it's the worst.
And also, I got to say, again, I'm not anti-CGI by far. We'll discuss that later.
Yeah.
But that movie looks horrible.
Yeah.
Because that's the movie where he switched from, partial sets to shooting completely on a green screen.
Is this the one where Yoda looks better in Phantom Menace than he does in Attack of the Clones? Or is that...
No.
What do you mean? Well, because it's weird, because in Phantom Menace he was a puppet, but the puppet looked like shit.
Yeah,
but now in the Blu-ray ones...
Oh, I think the comparison was I thought he looked better in the originals than he does in Phantom Menace.
The puppet in Phantom Menace wasn't very good, but now in the Blu-rays they've just gone back to Phantom Menace and replaced him with the CGI Yoda. And it looks fine.
Oh, right, okay.
It looks pretty good.
Fair enough.
But
and one of the only things that, the Blu-ray actually
well done.
did well.
But what else was it? Yeah, a lot of those green screen heavy scenes, you can tell where you're just you're looking at nothing.
Yeah.
Some of them are a bit ropey.
Yeah, you're you have nothing in front of you, there's nothing around you. You're in a completely empty warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And every time Sam Jackson, I love the guy, because he's great in interviews as well. He's great in every interview.
Yeah.
But there's a thing where he was asked how do you cope as an actor with all this green screen? And he said, when he was a kid, he used to play and sword fight invisible things that no one else could see, kind of thing, all the time. So he just says, "Where's your imagination?" kind of thing. And I think, put it to him. But but every time Yoda begins to talk, watch Mace Windu when he just turns to this completely vacant space.
Looking straight past him.
Yeah, he's like trying to look at the eye lines don't match at all. Like, he's looking like at his knees or his shoulder or something like that. He's not talking to him. Yeah, but
there was that thing we watched yesterday when Ewan McGregor's on Jonathan Ross, and this is actually Revenge of the Sith he's talking about, where he's holding Luke at the end, and George Lucas shouts on set, he's like, "Look at the moons!" And he's like, they're all like looking around like, what?
Different places.
Look at the moons. Wait, are they suns?
Well, yeah, the line was moons and Jonathan Ross anyway. I have no idea.
That's amazing.
And you see he's like looking around, has no idea what to look at.
And he was just like, and I came here on some sort of lizard or something.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know what he was on.
No idea what was going on.
Yeah. Well, a lot of that movie, it was like, again, it's like you can do a lot of stuff in post where you're like, because that's why he just does all the changes in the original trilogy, where it's like, just put a monster there, put a thing there, put a thing there, because you can just add them in.
Yeah.
You know, kind of thing. So half the time they're like on set, like, look at this thing over here, and they're like, well, what's there? And I don't know, monster. Look at it's like a camel thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can just think about it later. But that's not good. Pre-plan it, dudes.
Yeah.
But that movie looks awful.
It does look really bad.
Also, because that was the first time he switched over to. That was the first feature film camera that was a digital camera.
Right.
And I'm getting into my film nerdy knowledge here.
Oh,
because because it was the first major feature shot on a digital camera instead of film.
Okay.
Like the Phantom Menace was, and I think at this point, digital cameras have not only met film but exceeded it in certain aspects.
Yeah.
But in Attack of the Clones, it doesn't.
They hadn't. Yeah.
Again, I think that first step was necessary.
Yeah.
But the movie,
was,
maybe when it came out, you're like, well, this looks pretty good. But now it's like, no.
But I mean, are you willing to have Attack of the Clones sort of be like out there as like the sacrifice in order to get?
Yeah, I suppose so. Although I would have preferred it to be a better movie.
Yeah, that would always be nice. Always up for a good movie.
Always up for a good movie.
Yeah.
Though the one thing I will say on Attack of the Clones, the positive thing, Jango Fett.
Yeah, that was the introduction.
Boba Fett is bullshit. Because everyone thinks he's amazing and he does jack shit in the movies.
Anything.
I know, everyone says, he's amazing if you read these 10 books.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
he's got a huge cult following.
Yeah.
And if you didn't read anything about him, if you just watched the film, you'd be like, why are you obsessed with him?
He has like, what, 4 lines?
I don't know.
In the entire...
He's no good to me dead.
Yeah. He says, he's no good to me dead. Put Solo in the cargo hold.
We're struggling.
That's about it. And he dies. But I think that's about it.
Yeah,
like, that's all
I can't really
Fett
think.
says. And what he doesn't really. The only cool thing he does in the original trilogy is he shoots the little thing
around Luke's wrist.
He shoots like a little grappling thing around Luke's wrist, and then Han Solo accidentally hits his jetpack.
Yeah, it's like
flies into a wall and dies.
It's like when he goes into the Sarlacc. It's like there should be a little soundboard going bum bum, and it's just like
I actually don't mind. Kind of don't mind that whole sequence where Obi-Wan goes out to the place in the middle of nowhere and gets told about the clones and finds Jango Fett. I actually think that bit has got a claim to be maybe my favourite bit of the whole film.
So like contrast Boba Fett, who ties up one person who isn't even a Jedi and gets accidentally killed by a blind smuggler, compared to Jango Fett, who goes toe to toe with a master Jedi and survives. Isn't?
No, he's still a
trained Jedi. He's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
He goes toe to toe with a Jedi and defeats him. Doesn't kill him, but defeats him. He wins the fight.
Technically wins the fight.
And then he damn near takes him out in the asteroid field, and then he kills another Jedi. One of the random CGI guys that jumps in. He kills a Jedi.
Yeah, he's probably killed a good couple of Jedi.
Kill a Jedi. Yeah, he got that shot where that first bounty hunter who was like the shapeshifter, he like shot her in the neck with that poison dart from fucking miles away on top of that rooftop. That was like a damn good shot.
He took out that rhino thing.
Yeah, he took out the rhino thing after getting trampled half to death.
Yeah.
He fights Mace Windu. He loses, but he gives
Very
him a
quickly.
good run for his money.
Yeah.
He does.
I would disagree. I think he goes out pretty quickly.
He had to at some point for all that he's achieved up to that point.
Because it was like shot, deflect, beheading.
And that was the first bit, but there was a bit before that where because he flames Mace Windu, then he does like a little bit of an exchange before the big alien rhino thing comes along because it starts. Yeah, because I think they're like fighting each other, or Mace Windu's about to get him. Then Mace Windu runs away and he turns around and that's the big alien rhino thing that tramples over him. Then he kills that, and then Mace Windu comes along.
I don't have any problems with how he goes out.
Yeah, so
it's cool.
Again, contrast Boba Fett, who gets killed by a blind guy.
But it's by accident,
the
famous one.
Compared to Jango Fett, who took on one Jedi Knight and won, and killed another Jedi Knight, possibly Master, and stood toe to toe with Mace Windu, who's like, in Sam Jackson's word, the second baddest Jedi in the galaxy. And he dies, but that's because it's Mace Windu.
Yeah.
So I'm like, honestly,
he's done alright for himself.
Yeah, I'm like, honestly,
well done.
Jango Fett should be the one who's like up there.
Yeah,
honestly.
I guess
start the hashtag Justice for Django.
Django Unchained. The new film.
Justice for Django.